Right, I've got to attempt to make, let's see this now, this out of this using this. Hello and welcome back to another video. Now, this looks kind of simple because it's technically only 3 big holes and 5 little holes and a bit of welding. But it's not that simple because this is all turned down. I don't have the punches to do that, to make that there. There's a lot of welding on here to try and take out so I don't damage the exhaust. This thing is over 600 euros in the motor factors, over 1,000 euros in the main dealer. Customer doesn't want to pay for it, so we're going to attempt just to make this flange. What a word, what a lovely English word, flange. So I'm just going to do a few things off camera first. I'm just going to trace around this, just get a rough idea where I need this to sit, try and find some centers, because the hole, I can't drill the hole that big, it has to be a lot smaller. These can be the same size, but these holes I need to center them up. Don't know if I got enough room between here. Oh, I just don't know. Anyway, let me get a few things set up and then we'll turn the camera back. Right, the outside line, the slightly bigger line, I traced the actual manifold flange. Then I centered the gasket, which is here, and I drew the inside. So what I'm going to do first is, I'm just going to do all this off camera. I'm just going to drill these 5 10mm holes. That's all they are, just 10mm. I'm going to drill them first. That will hopefully allow me to screw this down, even if I can just get one, screw this down onto this piece of wood so it doesn't really move anywhere. I don't really have any proper clamps or anything like that, so I'm hoping I'll get away with just drilling a little 10mm hole without it flying around everywhere and ripping my hands to pieces. Flex too much, doesn't it? Anyway, you can see. This is what I've done. I've now drilled 3 holes, but I drilled the 2 holes, screwed this down, so this can't really move, and hopefully we can get it in some sort of place. That's the plan. Yeah. Not in the right place, are we? It wasn't lifting when I did the other hole. What? Right. I really don't want to move it off this kind of somewhat of a jig thing to drill all the other holes. Right. That's it. Right, now I've got to figure out a way of getting these centres, because we need to drill a 32mm hole in there, but I've got to get it centred. So wish me luck. Right, wish me luck. I've think I've done it right. I've got a 7mm gap all the way around. I don't have the right stuff to do it 100%. This is just going to be a fucking nightmare. Wish me luck. That doesn't look level now. That looks like it's moved. In fact, that fucking has moved. Oh, you fucking arsehole! This fucking piece of wood isn't level. Ugh! How am I going to do that now? That's going to be drilling in the wrong fucking place. Fuck you. Yeah, that's completely moved. I don't understand how that's moved so much. Fuck! Right, I've got some sort of clamps on, but I don't know if this is going to work. No, this is not. It's all the same. That's all I know. I just always 7mm from the outside. I know. Tell you, a simple job and just everything kept going wrong. This is coming off, look. I can't seem to get it to stay on. I can't seem to loosen this bolt. Ah, it's fucking nightmare. So that was going everywhere. Then the hole was still in the wrong fucking place. Oh, cleaning the cat took forever to get all the old one off and to leave a lip. See, that's how I've done it. Look, I've left the lips where the original weld is, so I can weld to the original weld to make it a lot stronger. We have this more or less, I think this one's slightly off, but the holes look to be roughly in the same place. It does fit. So them 3 holes line up really, really nicely, but that doesn't mean that these holes line up on the car. So before I do everything else to it, I want to really get it back on the car, tack weld it kind of on the car, then take it off and weld it, because then I can maybe adjust some of this, where if I weld it now completely, there's going to be really no adjustment. Do you know, if I have to slightly twist it or something, don't know. Right, look, I'm well happy. That I had to cut out that notch, slightly cut off that end because it was all too big, but I left it too big on purpose. All them bolt holes are lined up. That's all perfectly in the middle. Really happy about that. What I'm going to do is shove this on now, line it up, give it a few spot welds, take it back out and weld it properly. Right, so I've got it all on. I'm just going to tack weld it now, and then I can actually take it off and weld it properly. So yeah, let's tack it, and hopefully it doesn't move too much, but it's all lining up like it should. Perfect. Now there is one thing I did do. I just tacked it, but I did put the gasket on. You can't see because the gasket's quite thick, just to get the spacing right. That's important. There we go, all welded. Not the greatest weld, but it's sealed. So awkward to weld all the way around and try and get everything. It looks like there's a lot of room, but there just isn't. It's a nightmare. But anyway, it's all welded. So now we've got to see, will it fit now and does it leak? Look at this. Look how good they're lining up, people. You get it here, look. Absolutely perfect. Lovely. Right, yeah, go for it. Hey! That sounds like it's supposed to. Sounds right, doesn't it? Yeah, might as well. Down! Knock her off. Happy days. Right, the little heat shield's on, all the sensors are back in place. There is washers in behind there because there was a big spacer on the original one and I didn't bring it with me, so I just put washers on it. It's only to make that straight. It really, I could have put it on without that, but I just put it on because it was already there. Because you can see, look, there's a step in here and there was a spacer there. But anyway, look, it's on. We're just bolting everything back together, take it for a test drive, but it's not leaking. That's the most important thing. Saved hundreds of euros. These were the things I said I forgot. So these were to screw the little heat shield on, but I made some new ones, as you can see on the video. And this was the one with the big huge washer, well, big huge spacer. I just put a couple of washers there, same thing. But yeah, that's the way it was done. So that's the way we did it again. Oh, and completely off topic, these are Sealy Premier tools. This is not a sponsor. I paid for these. The price of these, lifetime's guarantee, you can't complain. They're brilliant little things. Right, it is all good. I mean, it sounds like a 3-cylinder should, but it's not ticking. It's not doing anything it's not supposed to do. So I think we fixed it. Just a quick job. You could have made it better, but could have put the return lips on it and stuff, but it's just not needed. You can see the original one just completely bloody rusted away, so this one's going to last just as long, and it saves an absolute fortune. Even paying someone like me to do it is still a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a spurious one. You buy a spurious cat, it's going to be shit. The genuine cat's over €1,000 or close to it. You know, that's just ridiculous. Car's only worth a couple of grand. And at least this now keeps the car going for a few more years. But there we go. So yeah, it works. Lovely jubbly. On to the next one.